Thanks for joining us on the John Mendola Show. We are driven by McCarthy Tire and Automotive Centers. Let's talk Holy Cross Crusaders football. Josh Waters, the head coach, joining us right now. Well, Josh, one thing you always love is some senior leadership, and you got your fair share there at Holy Cross. You have a nice group of seniors. Let's talk about this senior group and how hard the kids have been working.
Yeah, we definitely have a large group this year. Some of them have been around for a couple of years, even playing in the junior high team. So I actually have one senior who's been here for 5 years, almost 6. And, they've been through some struggles, a lot of ups and downs, but they've seen the program turn around a little bit, especially getting the monkey off our back last year and getting our first win after a long losing streak. So they're definitely hungry to keep leading these guys in the right direction and get more wins this season.
Keeping the guys believing, and, of course, they got to keep themselves going as well and believing as a group. Talk about that camaraderie and maybe some things that you guys do that tries to, not just football. Maybe there's some off-the-field stuff that you're always trying to do to kind of get them to believe in themselves, because that's part of the battle.
Yeah, it definitely is. These guys have been together a real long time. They're like brothers. They'll fight one day, then they'll get along the next day. It's a lot of ups and downs in that too, but they're always competing with each other, making each other better, whether it's in the weight room or they go out together for a team dinner and, who wants to eat the most food. It doesn't matter to them. They're trying to compete in any way possible, and I try to keep that going through practices, whether it's conditioning, trying to beat the guy next to you, or just lining up in a board drill and seeing how hard you can go against the best guy.
How about as far as talent-wise? Tell us about what you try to do with your numbers. You hear different coaches. There's a couple teams, their numbers are up a little bit. I know Crestwood might have close to 70 guys. A lot of teams, AAA teams, are in the 30s. And you guys, of course, a small school. Tell us about just trying to keep the numbers up and making sure that there's enough interest. And, of course, you want to keep everybody healthy and make sure that you get as big of a squad as you could there at Holy Cross.
Yeah, getting numbers is always an issue in a single-A program. We're fortunate enough this year to have about mid-20s for guys this year, so that's always a good sign. We're always looking to get more guys coming out, but the large group we have has been working hard every day to keep coming out, trying to stay positive and keep working, because as we know, doubles gets to be, kind of a grind as the weeks progress. But every guy's been working hard, and no matter what the numbers are, we've been trying to use different guys in different positions, whether it be a running back moving out wide or a wide out coming in to help the running backs, to give them a break. And same thing on defense, having, guys playing a couple different positions, using a couple different formations to keep their legs healthy and, keep the numbers that we have, up so that we don't get guys injured real quick.
Josh Waters, Holy Cross High School football here on the John Mendola Show. We are driven by McCarthy Tire and Automotive Centers. Josh, when we talk about the style of Holy Cross, let's first talk offensively. Tell us about what you try to do with the group of guys that you have, and tell us about just trying to be as effective as you could against some of these. Just about every school you're going to face has more numbers, so tell us about what you try to do with that.
Well, we're trying to be a little more versatile this year, doing a couple different things than we've done in the past on offense. Incorporating some new offensive schemes is key to that. We have, 2 guys that came out for the team this year to play the wide receiver position for us, and they've really fanned out in the short number of weeks. We have a great tight end back in Bailey Simrel. We're going to look to him a lot to help us, gain success on offense. We did lose our quarterback last year, and so now we have a battle between 3 different guys to see who can take that leadership role and kind of lead the team offensively. As far as defense goes, we're sticking traditional. We're base 4-4, and we're going to just be aggressive. We got to stop the run and make teams throw against us, and when they throw, we got to try and get them to turn it over.
Well, that's always the key. Just trying to create some havoc on the defensive end. Tell us about what you're excited about that defense this year at Holy Cross. You have guys that are flying around on the ball. You got guys that know what they're supposed to do with that many guys back, 9 defensively.
Yeah, I'm excited for our interior guys that are in the box. We have a good linebacker back in Zach Zaluski, who accounted for most of our tackles, even after having a couple weeks out with the ankle injury. Our D line with 2 D tackles, Dylan Michalek and JJ Backus, are leading the way on the D line, and they're just physical and aggressive, and they're going to do whatever they can to get the offense to block them, so our linebackers can come and make a play. So I'm really excited to see our linebackers just be physical and stop some guys behind the line of scrimmage, because defending the run's always been something we had some trouble with in the past, but I think this year we're going to hopefully do a little bit better with that.
Well, it should be interesting in week 1. You get to take on Holy Redeemer. That's always a spirited rival to take on Redeemer.
It is. It's a good rivalry, too. We go across Wilkes-Barre, Scranton, and just keeping the Catholic Cup, you could say, between the two of us. It's been a good rivalry. It's always good competition. The kids, they have it in baseball as well. It's just a very spirited rivalry, and always a good way to open the season, a way to keep them motivated. Even though it doesn't count in our league, it's something that the kids look forward to every year.
Well, catch the spirit of the Holy Cross Crusaders this year. They will open up on the road against Holy Redeemer. That is a 1 o'clock start. Well, Coach Waters, always gracious for you to join us. We appreciate it, and we wish you well with all those seniors this season.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you having me.
Holy Cross Crusaders football here on the John Mendola Show. We are driven by McCarthy Tire and Automotive Centers.